We will go on the record in the matter 26 CF11, State of Wisconsin versus Brianna Bearheart. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Ms. Bearheart appears in person in custody with counsel Eugene Harrington. We're set here today in this matter for a plea and sentencing. The parties have reached an agreement. Mr. Harrington.
This hearing starts like a routine drug possession plea, but within minutes, it turns into something much deeper. A defendant with a decades-long addiction history, multiple overdoses, repeated run-ins with the law, and a judge who clearly knows her by name. But here's where things get intense. Instead of focusing only on punishment, the courtroom starts debating something far more complicated. Can the system actually save someone from themselves before it's too late? Watch closely, because this judge doesn't just hand down a sentence. She delivers a warning, a challenge, and what might be Brianna Bearheart's final chance to turn her life around. And later, things spiral even further when treatment court reveals what happened after the relapse. Did the court...
Please recite for the record.
Then I'll plead to count 1. Count 2 will be dismissed. 2 years withheld sentence, 2 years probation, costs, DNA surcharges, successfully complete drug court, any and all other conditions by the Department of Corrections.
All righty. That's the agreement that you've reached, Ms. Bearheart?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been to prison before?
I got sentenced to prison, but I had so much time credited that I didn't.
You never actually went?
No.
All right. And Mr. Harrington, are you aware why she was sent to prison, or can she just tell me?
She can tell you.
Okay. Why were you sent to prison? For what? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Was it Burnett County?
Yep.
Do you remember a year?
Last year, two years ago, maybe.
Oh, was it? Yeah, after you had all of those cases. Yeah. Right. Okay. Got it. Got it. So that refreshed all of my recollection. All right. Okay. So that's the agreement that you've reached. Is that correct, Ms. Bearheart?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have in front of me a plea questionnaire waiver of rights form. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes, he did.
Did he go over it thoroughly with you?
Yes, he did.
Word for word?
Yep.
And you understand everything completely?
Yes, ma'am.
And that is your signature on the second page?
Yes, it is.
You are pleading guilty to 1 count of possession of methamphetamine. You're 35 years old. You have 14 years of schooling. You can read, write. You understand the English language. No mental illnesses or disorders. No drugs, alcohol, or other medications, correct?
Correct.
Did your attorney go over with you what the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, he did.
Did your attorney go over with you the maximum possible penalties you face?
Yes.
Because you're charged with crimes, you are entitled to constitutional rights. Each of those rights is listed on that document. Did your attorney thoroughly go over those rights with you?
Yes.
And do you understand them completely?
Yes, I do.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes.
Do you understand you'll no longer have the right to a trial? You'll no longer have the right to have your attorney cross-examine the state's witnesses or call witnesses to testify for you. You will no longer have the right to testify on your own behalf or remain silent and not have your silence used against you. You will no longer have the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And you will no longer have the right to have a jury of your peers reach a unanimous decision. If I said that as guilt or not guilty, you will not be able to testify or remain silent. Okay, I just want to make sure I've went over all of those rights and you understand them.
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that you're pleading guilty to a felony? As such, you will no longer be able to use or possess a firearm for life.
Yes.
No longer able to vote in any election until your civil rights are restored.
Yes, I do.
Do you understand here the state would have to prove on or around January 17th, 2026, you possessed a substance. The substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and you knew or believed that substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $10,000 or 3.5 years of incarceration or both?
Yes.
Do you understand that there is an agreement that's been reached here today in which They're providing a joint recommendation to the court for 2 years of probation with what's called a withheld sentence, and you successfully complete drug court. Do you understand? I'm not bound to follow that recommendation.
Yes.
Said differently, I could sentence you to the maximum possible penalty, and I could do so today.
Yes.
Do you also understand that I can do something called an imposed but stayed sentence instead of a withheld sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand what the difference between an imposed but stayed and a withheld sentence?
Yes. No difference.
Do you need me to explain anything about that to you?
No.
All right. Now, did you go over, did I ask you if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And did you go over the criminal complaint with your attorney? And in particular, that section called the probable cause section, where it's basically saying what happened that day and why you were charged with the crime?
Yes, I have.
And for the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yeah.
All right. Ms. Bearheart, are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine because you were guilty of that crime?
Yeah.
Did you in fact possess methamphetamine?
Yes, I did.
Mr. Harrington, may the court use the probable cause section of that criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
Yes, Judge. In addition to the criminal complaint, I obtained the discovery, the video discovery, and spent considerable amount of time with Brianna going through that before we came to the decision to make this plea. The factual basis is sufficient.
All right, thank you. Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you, Ms. Bearheart, for you to plead guilty today?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
Yes.
and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has your attorney represented you competently?
Yes.
Has he answered all of your questions?
Yes, he has.
Has he looked at this matter thoroughly?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes.
Any questions for the court or for your attorney before I proceed?
No, ma'am.
As to count 1, possession of methamphetamine, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count 1. Count 2 will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument, Mr. Schmidt.
I would ask the court to consider placing the defendant on probation and ordering her to apply to drug court and if accepted, successfully complete it. Brianna Bearheart has a very lengthy criminal history going back 20 plus years. The history reflects she struggled with substance abuse her whole life. The substance she's convicted of today is not her drug of choice. It's not what she's usually caught with. This was methamphetamine. She does have a prior conviction for amphetamine, pled down from methamphetamine from 10 years ago, which itself was a case where the methamphetamine was in conjunction with morphine. Her drug of choice has been heroin or opioids in general. She's been around a lot of people who have methamphetamine over the years, and it's been present around her. The main concern, I think, for Brianna Bearheart is we see in her history that the criminal history is obviously connected to the drugs. So there's a compelling purpose to want to get her sober for that reason. Even more compelling is we know from informational reports from law enforcement that she's overdosed numerous times. The substance that she does use, that is her preferred one, is a dangerous one that has a high risk of killing her. She could die anytime she uses it. It's a substance where when obtained illegally, you don't know what's cut into it or its concentration. So if you make one miscalculation, that could just be it. Narcan has been very effective in saving her life for years, but that'll only last for so long. I think that given her history, there's no doubt she's done the full gambit of different types of treatments and therapies and groups and all that gambit before. I'm hopeful that with drug court, rather than being slotted into some sort of one-size-fits-all program, she can be worked with to develop something that she could benefit from, that can prolong her life and hopefully allow her to live a full life. I think this is, in fact, a harm reduction sentence. I think this is something that needs to be done for those purposes, for her benefit. This is a sentence that is heavily driven by a need to rehabilitate the offender for the purpose of life. And so I'd ask the court to follow the sentence. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Harrington.
Gravity of the offense, this is a serious offense. It's a serious offense because possessing controlled substances, particularly methamphetamine, is a danger to society in general, but it's really a danger to the people that possess it and consume it. And that's a serious offense. Brianna Bearheart is 35 years old. When I first talked to her, I asked what she was doing in her life. She has enrolled in college. She has 14 years of education. She was studying law. I don't remember, civil procedure or something of that sort. And she would like to continue those studies for law. We've had a number of conversations over the last 3 or 4 weeks about where she goes from here. And I stressed to her that she freely admits that she's an addict. She's addicted to heroin, and it's screwed up her life. She's a mother of 2 children, a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old who are living with their dads. Her mom is here. She'll live with her mom when she gets out of jail. She's currently serving a sanction, and that's up on the 16th. She applied for drug court, and I think the team was going to meet today. My information was from Tessa Anderson, that the team was going to meet today and make some sort of a recommendation, whether she's accepted or not. Our reason for trying to get this from the status yesterday to a plea today is that then the drug court team will know whether she's available for drug court or not. And we think that'll be helpful in having a favorable recommendation by the drug court team. She's been to treatment before. She's been to counseling. She's been to inpatient things and outpatient things, and has a checkered past with the use of substances, possession of substances. We all know that people that are addicted oftentimes fail the first, second, third, 20th time until they don't fail. They succeed. Brianna is now sober. She told me, and I trust that she'll tell the judge, she is tired of being addicted and using addiction, active addiction, and she just wants to step out. She has potential employment at the tribal store between here and, well, it's at Hurdle. And that was part of the bail modification request that I filed. She's been receiving her per capita, and actually I think the per cap has been going to her mom, and her mom is paying some of those unpaid court costs for Brianna while Brianna has been in jail and other places. This appears to be, to me, an appropriate disposition given Brianna's mental status right now, and notwithstanding the significant criminal history, this appears to be an appropriate disposition of this particular case. And I urge the court to follow. Thank you.
All right, thank you. How many days of credit does she have today? I count 78.
January 17th to today.
Oh, the 17th to today?
Yes.
All right. Okay, Ms. Bearheart, is there anything that you want me to know?
No, I don't know. I think drug court would help me. Give me something to do with my time instead of being bored and going out and getting high. I want to go to school. That's about it.
Okay. So then I think I get 81 days of jail credit.
I think I had 84, but
I said from January 17, 2026 to today is 81 days. That's what I put in little Google and Google spit that out.
if that's what Google said, then that must be correct.
I will believe.
I'll tell you where I made the mistake. I counted 30 days in February.
Oh,
We
yeah.
all know that there are 30 days in February.
There are not. No, I trusted Google to tell me. So it says 81 days since January 17, if that's when she was arrested. All right. So Ms. Bearheart, you have, I know you, you know me, you've been in front of me for multiple cases. You originally had $1,000 cash bond in this case because of your significant and substantial failure to appear rate or absconding rate. Because the last time I sentenced you was just a couple years ago, and I was still waiting on your 2015 case to resolve that. And I think that was just at the very end of either taking the plea or sentencing when it just then got through the loop and then additional charges and all of those things. This isn't the most serious, but it is serious when I look at you, because I do know that you have a substance abuse disorder. And I do know that it is heroin. And I know that there have been, I think, that I can recall, and I only know what I know, what I've been told in here, at least 5 overdoses where you have died and had to be brought back by Narcan. Is that correct?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And so that scares me, because I told you that before the last time. It scares me for you. It scares me for your kids. It scares me for your mother, who is here. She's been here with every one of your cases, I think. Everyone.
Yeah, she has.
She has been a great supporter. Sometimes maybe enabling a little bit, but hopefully she's going to come down and not be hard on you, but be tough, that tough love, because you are such a bright and beautiful person when you're sober and when you're present and when you're contributing. And I don't want you to die. On meth, less likely, okay? On heroin, very likely, especially now when fentanyl is being thrown in there, okay? That scares me. I am going to order that I will do the probation, 2 years of probation, and I am going to order that you apply for drug court, and if accepted, you successfully complete. All right. And I'm going to tell you, based upon your history and the fact that you do appear to be high risk, high needs, you will be accepted into drug court. So you're going to be there. You're going to, and it's not okay, well, I'm going to get out of jail and I'll just wait and I'll just have some things to do. When you are released from custody, if you are accepted into drug court, you are running on your feet right then. You have to start, making arrangements, making sure that you have a place to stay, your mom's, that you are starting with your AODA assessment, that you're starting with your therapies, that you're starting with your group counselings, that you're doing those things. It's not I have some time to chill and relax and get comfortable. It's immediately you are on the ground running with drug court, with treatment court. It's going to be hard and it's going to be tough. And I'm going to tell you that you're going to have times where you're like, I just can't do this. But the Brianna Bearheart, I know, you are determined when you want to be.
Yes, I am.
And I'm going to tell you, you also don't like people telling you you can't.
I don't.
So, no. So, exactly. So, you like to show people that you are in control and you can do what you want. So, do it and be sober and give your all to the treatment court, because I want to see you on your path of recovery, and I want to see you beating the substance abuse disorder. Okay. So I am ordering the treatment court. I'm not following the recommendation for withheld. Here's why. And Mr. Harrington may know this, he may not, with regards to the Court of Appeals decision that came down in a one judge county. I have to do an imposed and stayed, or I'm not going to be able to sentence you, and I have to get another judge to do it. I don't like other judges having my cases when I know the people, okay? Because I know you. Another judge won't know you, okay? And I need to give you the incentive, an incentive to not want to be revoked and to do well in treatment court. And I also have to have that hammer hanging over your head because you don't want to be revoked and you want to do well in treatment court. So I am going to sentence you to 1 year, 1 month of initial confinement with 1.5 years of extended, no, 2 years of extended supervision. You may need the aftercare if you are revoked. It's imposed but stayed, okay? Because I want you to do well on treatment court. I want you to want it, and I want you to want to prove to everybody in this county and in this world that you can do it. And otherwise, you'll have to, for real this time, go to prison and see what it's like. I don't think you're going to like it.
No,
I don't want to see you there. Okay? So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. What I'm also going to do is, I know that your mom has been working with you with your per capita and trying to pay down your fines and fees. I do have an idea and a thought of what we can do if you're able to save a lump sum of money and to be able to wipe it all out completely. But you are going to have other fines and fees with treatment court. If you're interested in that, if your mom and you talk and you say, is there an amount that we can pay to get judge at least off my back with the fines and fees, because that's totally separate from treatment court. You can still be held in contempt and sit time in jail for failing to pay those fines and fees, again, aside from treatment court. I am willing to do that. Just write a letter, just say, Judge, I just want to be heard, and then we'll go over that, and I will see what a lump sum is that we can waive and get you clean, fair and square. Okay, done deal. Okay. So think about that. So I'm only going to assess the $250 DNA surcharge here because, quite honestly, you still owe fines and fees. You're going to have other fines and other fees for treatment court. And I'm just going to try and give you a little head start as much as I can right now. I am going to tell you though, and here's another reason why I'm not following the recommendation, but I'm going to tell you why. And this isn't a punishment to you. And it's not because I don't want to see you get released after your sanction day is over, but I am going to do 93 days of conditional jail with 81 days credit. So I'm not going to make you sit an additional full 90 days with 81 days credit. So you're going to have to sit another 12 days. Here's why. Because I am going to be gone on the next treatment court because I'm going to be at the treatment court conference. And I want you to be released on a weekday so that you can meet with Dave Hatch and you can talk to Tessa Anderson. You can meet with Leah, your DOC worker, who's going to be your worker, and that you will be able to be released during a weekday. So all of that can happen and you can be informed and told these things instead of a weekend. And then I don't want to lose count of you. I don't want, things to go awry. I'm trying to do things in a way that I can see and feel will be in your best interest to have you hit the ground running in a good and positive way. So the conditional jail, it's not a punishment per se. It is a punishment, but it is designed so that you can be released on a week and time where you're going to be able to have that in-person contact. Okay? You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. I need your DNA. Condition. I do need your DNA. The jail will make sure that you get that, or that we get that. You have the ability to request it be expunged through a written letter to the Department of Justice. I did some conditions, and I hope you got those, the drug court, those kinds of things. Absolute sobriety, no use or possession of any illegal drugs, substances, or paraphernalia. Testing upon reasonable suspicion, blood, breath, urine, or hair. I think that's all that, because you're going to have to get a job and maintain employment. when you're in treatment court, I'll just put that on, maintain gainful employment. I think that's all the conditions that I'm seeing. Mr. Schmidt, what am I missing?
Nothing from me.
Mr. Harrington?
Nothing, Judge, except the court imposed the condition that she's subject to hair follicle testing.
That's actually through the treatment court.
She used on January 17th, and recognizing that her hair is just a touch longer than mine, she may have some residue.
That's fine. I'm gonna tell you, she won't have
No.
hair. You're not gonna have hair follicle testing until you're in treatment court, and if I'm not believing you or trusting you, because that's what treatment court is. So it's just on a condition just in case, and it won't happen anytime soon, but thank you for that information so that we have that. Anything else?
Any questions?
Mhm.
No.
All right, thank you. Then we are adjourned.
Any questions?
Okay, okay. No, none at all. I think I'm good.
All right, welcome everybody to the treatment court today. Rain, we're gonna start with you, obviously. Some things have went down, not in a good way. You wanna fill me in?
I was using.
Yeah, I want you to tell me the whole story. You were using is not a story.
I was drinking on a weekend.
From the beginning, because you didn't just leave treatment court on that one day and go and drink, right? Something happened tell me the story. You're telling me a story of what happened, what led you to do what you did, where you kept going, and why you're sitting in Orange.
Well, I was with Steph.
Okay.
Things weren't working out. A lot of arguing. I think I called Tessa Thursday night. Said that I was gonna leave for the weekend. Didn't want to be at Steph's house anymore. I left for the weekend, or I was drinking Thursday night.
Thursday, at the day after drug court? Treatment
Yeah.
court?
Yep.
Okay, so you left treatment court, and we did have plenty of discussions of what is expected of you
Yes.
and what you didn't do when you should have done it. However, the court was, I believe, very lenient, and I didn't enforce the imposed and stayed. I didn't lift that stay for the jail.
Yep.
So then that happened, and it appeared that you left on a good note, and you left on Wednesday, and then all of a sudden Thursday night you were drinking alcohol?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I don't believe it. I don't buy it. You don't know.
I didn't have a reason to drink.
You're just like, hey, I had treatment court. I didn't get sent to jail. I'm going to celebrate and drink alcohol.
It's just more of I didn't think I get caught with doing it.
Have you been drinking alcohol before?
No. It was just that one time.
So then why would you, after having the treatment court that we had, have the thought like life is great, it's all peachy wonderful, I'm going to drink because I think I'm not going to get caught?
I just wasn't thinking.
All right, so then Thursday night you drank. What did you do after that?
I think I called Tessa before anything and told her I might be leaving for the weekend. Didn't want to be at Steph's because things weren't working out. And she also had an eviction notice. So I was planning on leaving anyways. And then I think I left Friday night actually. Friday or Saturday night, I believe.
All right, what happened to your eyebrows?
It was a bet. It's just one eyebrow.
Alcoholic? Well, it looks like there's stripes in the other.
Yeah, that's been there for a while.
All right, so it was an alcoholic bet?
No, it was just a bet, yeah. It was It's just a bet.
What was the bet?
I wouldn't come back to jail, and I came back. So I had to.
So you were saying, I'm not gonna go back to jail?
Yeah, since the last time I came back in when I relapsed and overdosed.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand. Since you drank the alcohol, then you bet somebody, I'm not gonna go back to jail?
No, so it wasn't anything about the alcohol. It was the last time I was here for my relapse when I overdosed and went on the run. I had bet somebody that I wouldn't come back and do better, and I came back. So I had to take my eyebrow off.
Because you didn't think you would do better?
No, I
You thought you would do better?
yeah, and not come back.
So if you did come back or get sent back to jail, that's it. Your bet was you're not gonna be sent back to jail?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just a bet.
So did you shave it in the jail?
Yeah, well, I didn't shave it. It was like it's magic shave.
In the jail?
Yeah,
Who was this bet with?
just a bunch of different people.
People in jail?
Yeah,
People that are currently sitting a sentence in jail? Or on bail or
yeah, whatever. Yeah,
super?
yeah, it was stupid.
All right. Okay. Now, Thursday you drank. What happened after Thursday?
Friday. Not sure what happened Friday.
Said you called Tessa, you said, I'm going out, going
Yeah,
away for the weekend.
and she advised me to do my community service. And I told her that I would make it up the following week. Being that that was the only thing I had left to do other than just the journaling, because I had everything else done.
Except I'm gonna guess you don't have a job.
No, I was sending her applications, four applications a week.
You didn't get the Family Dollar job.
I don't believe so because of my background, because I did do a background check.
All right, so you went away somewhere for the weekend.
Sunday night, I was trying to find a ride back home so I wouldn't miss probation. And then
Did the weed come in?
this was like Sunday night. I stayed up all night trying to find a ride back home so I didn't miss probation.
Okay.
And come back and still do what I needed to do. And then I fell asleep, and then Monday morning I slept all day, and then I realized that I had missed everything, and I had messages from Tessa and Jess and everybody, and I didn't respond to them. And then Monday night I smoked weed and I went to Eau Claire, and that's where I was.
So you didn't smoke on Sunday?
Nope.
You smoked on Monday?
Monday night, yeah.
How did you sleep all day? Did you stay up all night?
Sunday night I stayed up all night trying to find a ride back so that way I'd make it to probation on time.
People would be answering you at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Not at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I mean from then on, and then after, like nobody was answering. I just stayed up. I couldn't sleep. But most of the time I was trying to figure out somebody to come get me.
Who brought you where you were?
Just an ex-girlfriend that I was with.
And that's where you were staying?
Yep.
And she said, this is a one-way trip?
Well, she wanted to bring me back here to take care of what I needed to take care of because I knew I had a warrant. And I just told her no. I told her to drop me off in Eau Claire, and she did.
Yep, but Sunday,
Oh, Sunday?
that's when you were calling everybody to get a ride back.
Yeah.
So why didn't she bring you back on Sunday?
She had to work Monday morning really early. That's why she didn't want to. And it was like a 2.5 hour drive. So I just told her I'd try to figure it out. And I couldn't figure anything out. And then like I said, I was in Eau Claire for a while. And then my mom picked me up on Saturday of that week. And I came back to Grantsburg, and I was at my mom's from Saturday to Tuesday night. And then the cops came on Tuesday night.
All righty. Well, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
What do you feel about all of this?
Disappointed. I should have reached out, especially about me and Steph not working out. That's where my mind was at. Struggling with that. Didn't really talk to Tessa about it when I was on the phone with her. Just kept telling her that everything was fine. It just wasn't working out. Needed to go somewhere. Instead of telling her that it was a struggle. And I guess I'm just disappointed that I didn't reach out, ask for help. If I felt like using that night or When I did drink, I should have just been honest about it and said I didn't.
I do agree with that. So right now, you're kind of in a limbo because you are on a DOC hold.
Yep.
And DOC is going to be reviewing that and making their determination on what's going to happen and how long the hold's going to be and whatever. And so we'll go from there. But right now you're on a hold until further notice.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right. Okay, thank you. You can bring them up or over. All right, Chantel. Chantel, how are things going?
Good.
Things are going good. So then what's been going on this last couple weeks?
So I started seeing all 5 of my babies.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's very positive.
Yes. It's been a lot to deal with though. It's definitely been stressful because I'm also dealing with seeing my husband again.
Does he have them all now?
Yep. So
Okay.
we have 50-50 custody split, and then he has placement right now.
And so that was kind of the issue at the last treatment court and why you were no longer able to stay where you were staying because you were seeing Charles. Is that his name, Charles? What's his name?
No, I was staying with my brother-in-law.
Yeah, but your husband,
Yep.
Charles.
Yep.
right?
He had concerns about me staying there, so yeah.
And Charles had concerns with you staying with Mr. Glinky, but Mr. Glinky also didn't want you to see Charles, correct?
Yeah.
And so, but you were like, you know what? No, these are my kids. And if I have to work with Charles and figure things out with Charles and get on a co-parenting, you were going to do that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so that's what you've been doing?
Yep.
And so how has it been going seeing Charles?
Well, he's sober now and doing good, so it's been a lot better. It was definitely nerve-wracking the first time because I didn't know what to expect, but it's been going good.
That's good to hear. Okay, so he lives in up north?
St. Cloud.
Oh, he lives in St. Cloud. Oh,
Yeah,
it's still a drive, but it's not terrible.
it's
Illinois
not a
or
whole
Iowa.
day away, so
Right. Okay. Now you are looking for a job?
I started working at Monty's last week, but as of right now, it's only 2 days a week, so I'm looking for another job because it's not enough hours.
Okay. All right. So what is it that you would like the court to know or to be aware of?
So last week, I told Leah, so I went to take a drink out of what I thought was my cup, and it was my nephew's, and it was mixed alcohol. So I went in and told Leah the next day because it wasn't something that I intentionally did, but it did happen. So
That was last week? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And so it was only a drink?
Well, it was a couple gulps before I realized it was not just my pop.
Okay. All right. And then anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, I know you're looking for housing, you're looking for a better job, and those are positive. It's great that you're being able to see your children. It was brought to the court's attention that one of your samples was dilute, your urine samples, okay? And so what the court is going to do now, I've now changed the policy with that. I'm not going to allow any more dilute samples. You will sit with either Dave or you will sit with Leah or whomever is taking the sample until you are able to produce a sample that is not dilute. If you choose not to sit, I don't have time, I can't do this, I'm not going to do, I have to get to this appointment or I have to do this. It is a choice for you to leave, but then it is a positive result.
Okay.
Okay. So the court will not accept any more dilute urine samples because I'm not going to waste the money to send them into a lab when if the labs just come back and say it's dilute, we're wasting hundreds of dollars. So all participants will now sit with that individual until they can produce a non-dilute sample, which is yellow in color. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Or which registers on the cup as not dilute. Okay, so that's out of the way, but anything, so with your sample that was dilute, why was it dilute that day?
All I've been drinking is coffee and water, and my bladder is already overactive as it is. So I can imagine probably because as soon as I drink, I usually have to use the bathroom. And when I go in and see Leah, I usually pee like a half hour in advance. And then I know that I can pee again when I see her because it's overactive.
Okay, so if it's overactive, then it shouldn't be long before you can provide another sample.
Yeah,
or then
yeah. Oh, yeah,
another sample
definitely.
Until it's concentrated.
Yep.
Okay, that's excellent. Okay. All right, so if we get it back from the lab and they're able to test and have they are able to detect if there are any substances, what I'm hearing from you is it will test negative on all.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. That's all I want to know. Anything else that you want to have the court be aware of?
Not that I can think of.
All righty, then what pain clinic? Where are you with that?
So, as long as I can deal with it like I have been, I'm just going to try to deal with it because working with medical to try to find a clinic that I can get into where they're not going to just automatically jump to wanting a surgery has been more difficult than I thought it would be.
Okay. Well, then that's good to hear that you're going to be working through the pain. And just so everybody's aware, I forgot to tell the team this, but I just discovered that they now are making ibuprofen, Tylenol mixed in one pill. So you can buy them together. So that is great. So that can help with any pain relief because again, studies show that the combination of ibuprofen and Tylenol is better than opioids for pain relief. All right, how many days have you been sober?
Since November 2nd.
Excellent, good job. Joe. Joe. I've been hearing some good things, Joe.
That's good.
How are things going?
Wonderful. I I've been working at Monty's. I've been acquiring some fishing stuff. I'm trying to get my fishing stuff going on so I can have good recreation.
Excellent.
I finally my oldest son with Elizabeth, Kaysen, reached out to me and told me he wanted me to come see him and stuff because he's proud of me and stuff.
How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, wow. They age so quickly.
I know, don't they?
Okay, so he's 19 and he wants to see you now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
It's got to make you feel really good.
Well, yeah, since the last time he talked to me right when I got out of prison, I was every name in the book and no good for nothing. And he told me that he wasn't going to change his attitude for like a year of me being sober. And I just had to deal with it. And it's only been a little over 2 months since I've been out. I mean, I've been sober for a while, but it's only been 2 months since I've been out. So, and he's already starting to change around. So I'm really proud of that.
That's really good to hear. What about your other kids?
I talked to Mihaela and Joe Jr. lives with Kaysen. I think that's where some of the influence is coming from.
Okay.
But those are the only three that I talked to.
Okay.
Liliana, I guess I talk to her once in a while too. So I got 4.
How old are your children?
I got going to be 24, 22, 19, 17, 15, 11, 5, and 1.
That's a lot of kids. You have 8 kids?
Yeah.
Wowza. So which ones do you not talk to the youngest ones?
Yeah. It's I talked to like the 17-year-old and up.
17 and up. So the 15 and below you don't talk to.
Right.
Okay.
I just got pictures. Chantel Ewald sent me pictures of baby Sebastian or whatever. So that's the first pictures I've seen from him in a while. That was pretty cool.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well, you have to be feeling good because it sounds like you're moving forward and you're doing well. You're working at Monty's. Dave did a home visit, said that you're trying to be a calm there and trying to be stable. You're working on getting your driver's license.
Yeah, I got to work a little harder at that though. I feel I'm slacking on that though. I mean, I got pretty good at making rides available. Like I got a pretty good sober team out there that are willing to help me. I found like way quicker than I expected.
That's great.
And they're pretty determined on not wanting me to come back to jail. So like anything that they know that would inflict or cause me to get in trouble or something, they're all for getting me where I gotta go.
That is really good to hear because not everybody has that kind of system that they can rely on.
Right. Holly told me too, she's like, it's like, it took me a couple of years to get where you're at with the way that people are there for you. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. I'm infectious. No.
Well, it sounds like you are. So I'm very glad to hear that. Anything you want to update the team and myself on?
No, everything's been pretty good. I mean, I had a couple of I had one close call on like, I finally had like a minor craving to want to use and I handled it really well. Like me and Holly got into a yelling match and she broke a law getting me to work, but it kind of scared me and stuff. So like I just like knew that if I were to not walk directly into my work from the parking lot and like call my daughter, because her voice calms me down, Mahala's voice calms me down instantly. Like I was in an extreme panic attack and all I could think about was not wanting to feel that way. And so like I was like, no. And I walked into into Monty's and I sat down and I called her. I was like, I need to hear your voice right now. Please just talk to me. And she was Easter and she's just like, I got you, Dad. So I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so sweet. That's good. I can see that meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
Very glad to see that. So that's how you worked your way through that craving, that trigger.
Yep. I knew that if I was in Monty's, I was in a safe place. And I knew that if I was talking to my daughter, it would calm me down enough to where I wouldn't have to worry about it more.
I'm proud of you. That is very good to be able to recognize that and to know what you need in order to be able to bring yourself back down and to be able to handle the stress and the anxiety that you were feeling at that time. I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank you.
How many days have you been sober?
Since June 17th.
Good job. All right, good job. All right, I'm proud of you guys. Keep it up and we will see you. The next treatment court is going to be informal because some of our treatment team will be at a conference. Myself as well will be at a treatment court conference. So it'll be informal with Dave and Tessa. So
by the end of this video, we've seen two completely different sides of the justice system collide. On one side, there's treatment court, a system built around accountability, relapse management, sobriety tracking, counseling, and second chances. On the other, we see the frustration, excuses, emotional breakdowns, and chaos that addiction can continue to create even after someone is given opportunity after opportunity. Brianna's relapse, disappearance, alcohol use, marijuana admission, and eventual return to custody showed exactly how fragile recovery can be, especially in the early stages. But we also saw something important: the court paying attention to progress. Other participants talked about reconnecting with children, handling cravings without relapsing, finding work, and rebuilding trust. That's why treatment court exists, not just to punish addiction, but to create structure strong enough to break the cycle before another overdose or another prison sentence becomes permanent. And then, right at the end, the courtroom energy completely changes with that heated exchange involving objections, legal arguments, and accusations against the court. A reminder that courtroom proceedings can go from emotional rehabilitation to outright confrontation in seconds. Now we want to hear from you. Was the judge too lenient here? Or did she handle this case exactly the right way? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.